What's up, y'all? It's House Roast. I've got an interesting one today. I don't know what's going on in this listing. It is very strange. It's unlike any other listing I've ever seen on Zillow, I would say, or the MLS from when I was a realtor. I failed at that. Anyways, this is the most expensive home I could find in Alabama. So all I did was I searched Alabama. I sorted it from high to low, and I took off just property. So I want to see houses or maybe investment properties. But I was curious, what is the most expensive home in Alabama? Well, this is it that I can find. So you know what? It says I have a bunch of filters. Oh wait, no, never mind. Anyways, back to this. $17 million it's for sale for. And just for reference, I always like to blame the realtors for having these weird listings because I mean they're kind of responsible. You have to do what the homeowner says more, but I want the realtor to paint me the picture of why I need the house. So the average percent in Alabama is a little out of frame. It is about 5%. Um, so for $17 million, if they didn't negotiate it down, this would be $800,000 this realtor's making. And I'm only pointing this out to say that if you think this listing is not a good representation of the property, maybe $500,000 to your realtor might not. Now, the thing about higher real estate too, they'll negotiate down the percentage. They're probably not paying 5% because, like, hey man, I'm just gonna pay you 1% and you're still gonna make 170,000 or even a percentage of a percent. A lot of realtors will take that, and a lot of times it is negotiable. Anyways, on with the property. It says, "Welcome to Sugar Creek Trophy Farms." Now, I did Google that. I couldn't find any meaningful information about that being a business or anything. It says it has unparalleled properties for hunting and fishing. Now, and it says income generation, but I did search this and I didn't really find like any website or anything. If they're interested in having a website, Sugar Creek Trophy Farms, hit me up. I will make you a website. It's no big deal. We can figure out a price. Um, and they got this long description, but the pictures are really where the story is told, right? So let's get on with the pictures. A beautiful looking cabin. It's almost like you see it and you're like, okay, I gotta see the inside of that. How do they do it? You got this beautiful mountain in the background, a wonderful lake. Another picture where, I mean, this almost looks like a nice restaurant. You get some barbecue. Is it a commercial space? I don't believe so. Does it even matter in Alabama? I don't know the local laws, so maybe they could make it a restaurant. Now, again, it is, what, 2,000 acres, so clearly this picture is not the whole thing. But I'm just very curious about the house because part of it is definitely the house. Why you'd spend 17 million. This picture is disheartening because you had all these pictures of this beautiful looking barn dominium thing, and then this. And you're thinking, okay, where's the pictures of the inside? I definitely want to see the inside of this too. Is it tractors? Is it sports cars? What? $17 million. Um, Now they have some agricultural thing. My brother actually used to build some of these sprinkler heads at a job, but that is irrelevant. Is it a farm? I don't know. What picture is this painting? The house is across the lake, beautiful property. What is this crop circle of trees going on? I'm not really sure. And I don't think sunset pictures are really like great for this. I guess, Maybe you're paying for the view, it just doesn't seem like it to me. A fishing picture is where this takes a weird turn, and I start getting confused about this $17 million listing. Like, all these pictures can kind of just be replaced with any random picture of a forest, you know? Like, I don't know how this really paints much of the picture. Then they have these strange clearings that maybe there's something to do with hunting. I mean, that could be it. Maybe it's a way bigger commercial hunting place than I know. But like we've been through how many pictures of this listing, and we have not seen one picture of the inside of the gigantic barn dominium thing. It's strange to me. It only gets stranger. So yeah, clearly, I mean, it is Alabama. The most expensive property in Alabama is still going to be some country dude's property. No surprise there. Probably a hunter. If you're even looking for property in Alabama, you're probably somewhat southern or somewhat into hunting or country music star, you know. Definitely if you're looking at this price point. Land developer. So these are definitely like hunting stands. It's just so not what I'm used to seeing when I'm looking on Zillow. Like, and then for most of the pictures to be this, like, and this is where it gets just absolutely. I've never seen a picture of deer on a Zillow listing. I thought, okay, they got deer. You know, those are some nice bucks, right? You can count the points. That's kind of how they count deer, right? So this would be like a what? A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoa, that what is that? A 12-point duck, a buck or something? I don't know. I don't know much about hunting. There are some very nice looking antlers, and if I did want to hunt, yeah, sure, maybe I'd do this. But when you're talking about a $17 million listing on Zillow, I don't know that deer should be what you're taking a bunch of pictures of. So let me go back to the picture. Actually, I don't need to look at every single one. How many pictures of deer? Like, they have 50 pictures for this $17 million house, and like 10 of the pictures are just deer hunting cams. It's honestly bizarre. I've never seen anything like it. So I guess these are turkeys. This is. I don't really want to show all these guys' faces because, like, I don't know where this video is going to end up. But when have you ever seen a Zillow listing where you have dudes just fishing? And let me frame this a little different. I don't know if I can. $17 million, and these guys are posting pictures of their bass. I mean, they look like, above 10-pound bass. They're nice bass, but like, it's $17 million. Am I buying a $17 million property so I can fish? Is that what they're like? 17 million? I think I can find somewhere to fish a little bit cheaper. But again, I don't understand what's going on here. Are they selling a business where it's like this grandfathered in property where people come from all over the world to come fish here? People are coming for bass tournaments here, like record deer being caught. Honestly, I don't even know. Like, if you have a place where you can get record bass and record deer, is that something you can really make money back to recoup 17 million? I'm just not seeing it. I don't know. Maybe I don't know the economics of it. I mean, that's possible. I can't say I know much about Southern living. But yeah, then you get to the inside of one of the houses. It's not wholly clear if what type of house this is or where. That is a huge fridge. I've never been a fan of wood either. I'm not saying it looks bad. I'm just used to seeing it in like trailers and stuff. So to me, when I see like this wood floor, wood cabinets, this painted wood seats, it just looks like people who can't get rid of their dead relatives' furniture to me. Like, oh, this was Nanny Beatrice's dresser, and it's breaking and it's falling apart, but we can't get rid of it. That's what I imagine when I see all this wood. It doesn't scream luxury to me, is all I'm saying. I think what I don't like about wood is so often it just doesn't match itself. Like the wood on the floor is different than the wood in the chairs. Maybe the table's the same, but I'm not even sure. Yeah, I don't understand it. I mean, how many different grains of wood are in here? I just can't really get behind it. And why do you have a tiny table next to the large table? How many tables could one person need in a room? You have a tiny table, a large table, and then you have an island. Like, what do you, it's big. So that's it. That's the whole thing. Have you ever seen such an odd Zillow listing? Is this how realtors function in Alabama? A real question. I mean, maybe to someone in Alabama this makes sense. Me being from Florida, some city folk, I don't understand what's going on, and I don't know that you would either.